What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel and check out the content. And I want to talk about this series with the Rockets and the Warriors, right? And so my thing is, I want to know, like, I'm thinking that the Rockets probably, I don't think they're going to get swept. The Warriors did beat them. I think they beat them by 10 in the first game. Steph Curry had like 31 points. Steph, uh, 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 Jimmy Butler looked good, but I still don't think that the Rockets are going to get swept. The Rockets managed to, the Rockets did manage to make the game close and get back in it. So there's hope for the Rockets, as far as like being able to maybe steal a game or two. But in my prediction, I'm thinking that the Rockets probably after 5 games, I think the Warriors are going to get them in 5 games. So after 5 games, I think the Rockets will be out. But what I see from the Warriors, I like that, right? Um, and that's what you expect to see. You expect the Warriors to do what the Warriors do, as far as like Steph doing his thing, Jimmy Butler, doing his thing, raising his game, elevating his game, and everybody on that team just seem to be happy with what Jimmy Butler is bringing to the table. Especially Steph and Draymond. You know, Steph after the game, Charles Barkley, Shaq, and the guys, Kenny was interviewing him, and man, he just couldn't. Steph definitely had to give Jimmy Butler his praises because Jimmy Butler is a big part of their success moving forward. And Jimmy Butler has even come out and said that he think that this Golden State team is going to win the championship. And so that's now Jimmy Butler always make bold predictions, but I think they're going to make it there to the championship too. I think they got a good chance of making it, um, just because of their pedigree, and their experience. I think they got a good chance of making it. But and for the Houston Rockets, like, what do the Houston Rockets have to do to make this series to even have a chance of winning this series? First off, Jalen Green is going to need to be more effective for them. They're going to need more points for him. I don't even think he had double figures, last game, and he got to do way better than that. He might have just got over double figures, but he's going to have to be way more effective on the offensive end, and 'cause what's the other guy? The other guy for his team, I think his name is Shangoon. Yeah, Shangoon. I like what I saw out this guy, Shangoon. He was giving them work down in that low paint. So if the Rockets put in Shangoon and then they put that the big guy in there, Adams, and they create some second chance, a lot more second chance opportunities for the Rockets, then you know, that'll be that'll have an effect on the game. Because I when big Adams came in, I don't know what Adams' first name is, but you know, he came in there, he started getting some rebounds and mixing it up with the guys from Golden State. That made it a little that drew them closer. That got them closer. But they're gonna need and see what I heard Steve Kerr say, and I thought it was a good point. They have to turn Houston into a half court team. So you got these young guys who like to run, they like to slash, and during a regular season, you can do that. You know, uh, teams don't typically, they don't really try to slow you down for some reason. Unless that's their playing style, is a slow playing style. But for the most part, teams don't really try to slow you down during the regular season. But in the playoffs, defense get tighter and they slow you down, and then so now you have to find ways to be able to score in the half court. And scoring in the half court is not Houston's. That's not their forte. They don't now like I said, they got this kid Shangoon. But like how much can Houston really rely on Shangoon to like carry the team? If they have I think though, if they have any type of success in the half court, they're gonna have to really hit those threes. And they're gonna have to hit those threes, and then when the threes are not available, then they got to throw the ball into the low post with this guy Shangoon. He was punishing Golden State in that paint yesterday. So now, what's the date? Today is Wednesday, and they'll be playing game two. You know, Houston cannot afford to go down 2 games to Golden State and then think that you're going to be able to fight back in this series. So I think, in my opinion, I think this game is a must win for Houston. Like Houston got to win this game because when they get to Golden State, it's going to be harder to win there. If you're losing as a young team, if you're losing at home as a young team, and then when you go on the road to the team that just beat you, you go to their gym. That's not really a confidence booster, not for you anyway. That's for the home team, it'll be a confidence booster. But when people dominate you at your house and then you get to their house, most times you don't fare well. So now if Houston don't win the second game, then I think they will get swept because I don't think that when they get to Golden State, I don't think they'll be able to turn it around. They already lost. You know, this year they played each other. Golden State and Houston played each other 6 times this year, right? And 4 out of the 6 times, Golden State has won. And so now, if Golden State beat them tonight, Wednesday, then it'll be 5 out of 7. And that's and then when you get to that point, when people are dominating you like that, then it's like they just got your number, and really ain't too much you can do, at this current stage until Jalen Green get better, man. Till Jalen Green learns how to score in that half court, because that's playoff basketball. Playoff basketball is about knowing how to score in a half court and slowing the game down. Golden State is built for this. They can score in a half court with Jimmy Butler, operating, with the mid-range game. And then you got Steph Curry operating with the three-point game. You can't, it's hard to double either one of those guys. So if Steph Curry is getting off and you double him, then that's going to open up Jimmy Butler. If Jimmy Butler is dominating and getting his thing off and you double Jimmy Butler, that's going to open up Steph Curry. And, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Steph Curry, man, only thing I think that really is going to um, hurt this team, Golden State, is if teams are able to push them to 7 games. They don't forget now, Golden State is still a older team. So they want to they don't want to extend these series. Golden State just want to get in, snatch your heart out, and move on to the next game, the next series, man, because the longer Golden State play, the longer the more wear and tear that is on not just Steph Curry, but Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green. Draymond Green got a face full of gray hair. So these guys, man, they don't want to be, they don't want to be out there no longer than what they have to. They want to get in there and do away with these dudes and then move on to the next series. So that's why I'm thinking that Golden State is really going to be motivated because they older. They're going to be motivated to get them out, get Houston out of there. Don't even play with Houston. Just get them out of there. And long as they keep Houston to a half court game, don't allow these young boys to run. I think that they'll be able to do that at least in 5 games. And so that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that they're going to be. This is going to be they're going to get them out of there in 5 games. Let me see. Yeah, and also Houston's going to need this guy Van Vliet. Van Fleet. They're gonna need him to step up. But I think if Van Fleet, he's like to me, he's not big enough. He's not, he can score, but in playoff games, like you need to me. I always like having bigger, taller guards, unless you somebody like Steph Curry who can knock down that three, or Dame Lillard, But going to the whole like Van Fleet like to play like going to the basket. Who else is a guard, a small guard that like Jalen Brunson, these guys in the half court games in the playoffs, these guys, they had to put out expend so much energy to get a basket, so that don't even work in their favor, because when you get tired, your legs go and you're not as effective shooting. So but they still need Van Fleet. And the guy Jalen Green, I think they're gonna need him to step up. But these guys are not built for that half court style that that they need to play in order to be successful against Golden State. That's why I'm saying that it's only gonna go 5. And yeah, that's my take on it. I think like I said, Golden State in 5. And so with that being said, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.